Good morning to all of you, all the viewers. We'll start Vanik YouTube free classes on our civil service examinations. Today we shall focus on some important questions related to Union and its territory, citizenship in the Constitution of India. Territory and citizenship. Territory and citizenship are vital elements of a state. They are essential ingredient for formation of a state. A modern state, should have a defined sovereign territory, and the people should be the permanent residents, permanent to the country. Indian Constitution deals with Union and its territory in Part 1 with Article 1 to 4 and citizenship in Part 2 with Article 5 to 11. They have different provisions. We have mentioned, Indian Constitution mentions India as a union of states in Article 1. Although we have certain federal provisions, but the Constitution does not mention the word federation. There are certain reasons why federation is not there. Because Indian federation is a holding together federation. There is no formal agreement between the federation and its units, and the states or the units do not have the power to succeed or separate from the union. Therefore, we are a union of states. The territory of India refers to the states, union territories and acquired territories. If you look at the territories, you will see that it covers states territory plus union territories and acquired territories. Territories that may be acquired by Government of India. Here one thing is very important, that the states or the federating units do not have territorial sovereignty like India. For this reason, India is called a state. Odisha is not a state in the lexicon of political science, because the states or the units do not have the territorial sovereignty. They do not have sovereign authority over their territory. The territory of India can be changed, can be altered. Of a state can be changed, can be altered by the parliament, by the central government. So states do not have the power of territorial sovereignty over their own territory. So what I mean to say, that we have a typical arrangement with regards to territory. And India is described as indestructible union with destructible states, because the union cannot be destroyed, the territory of India cannot be destroyed, but the territory of a state can be destroyed. It means the territory of a state can be changed, can be altered, and a new state can be formed out of the existing states. There are so many provisions under Article 3. Article 2 empowers the Parliament to establish and admit new states which are not a part of the Union of India. And Article 2 and 3 makes changes in the territory, and these changes are done by Parliament in simple majority, like an ordinary law. It does not come under Article 368. and that is mentioned in Article 4. With regards to citizenship, we have adopted a single citizenship. A person, irrespective of his... that is, citizenship is provided as a single citizenship, irrespective of a person born anywhere in India, is a citizen of India. We have adopted single citizenship considering the diversity and unity and integrity of the country, and there is provisions to promote fraternity or common brotherhoodness among the people. We have not adopted dual citizenship in line with the American system. And the Constitution does not mention the mode of acquisition and loss of Indian citizenship. Rather, it has left to the Parliament to decide on this matter. Accordingly, Parliament has enacted Citizens Act 1955, and this act governs the citizenship provisions in the country. There have been several amendments. Recently, there was an amendment in 2019 to Citizenship Act, and there have been many multiple amendments since its enactment in 1955. Okay, so this is the things. We will discuss some selected chosen questions by me for your upcoming examinations. I hope the questions will be useful. Let us come to the questions first. We'll discuss. The Constitution of India divided the states of India in category A, B, C, D in the year 1950. In this context, which of the following statement is correct? The three options are visible here. Another option is there in the other page. We will first discuss the three options. First of all, remember the A, B, C, D division is called fourfold classifications. Fourfold classifications. And these parts are mentioned in part 6, 7, 8, 9. Part A states was mentioned in part VI. They were governors' provinces. Part B is part VII, and part C is part III, VIII, and part D is part IX. So these were four states, and they were likely to create administrative issues and governance issues because four types of administrations were required. For this reason, the government took effort to reorganize the states into states and union territories later. Okay, so in 1956, these four states were reorganized into two parts, that is part 6 and part 8. Part 6 contains states and part 8 contains union territories. And the part B and C states have been abolished. So the fourfold arrangement has been abolished by 7th Constitutional Amendment Act 1956. In this regard, look at the options. The Chief Commissioner was the executive head of the category A states. No, Chief Commissioner was the head of the Commissionerate provinces, part C states, rather not part A states, so this option is correct from the beginning. Incorrect. Rajpramukh was the executive head of the category. No, Rajpramukh was the head of the part B state, so it is also incorrect. Incorrect. The governor was the executive head of the category A states. Yes, Rajpramukh was the executive head of the category B state. Chief Commissioner was the executive head of the category C and D states. In category C, there were commissionerate provinces, and in category D, Andaman Nicobar was there. So these were the arrangements before 1956, and option C is correct. Isn't it? Option C. Now, these provisions has been done away with. The category, now the part 6. In part 6, the head of the state is known as governor. and in part 8 states, the union territories, are headed by administrators. Some of them are called lieutenant generals, governors, and some of them are called administrators. There are 5 union territories which are headed by lieutenant governors. They are Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Delhi, Puducherry, and Andaman Nicobar Island. And others are headed by administrators. Okay, so option C will be correct. Who promoted voluntary redistribution of land favoring the landless? Vinoba Bhave. Vinoba Bhave was the person who launched Bhudan movement in 1950s, and he was awarded with Bharat Ratna posthumously for his effort in this regard. Vinoba Bhave. Okay. So Vinoba Bhave was the person who made this effort for reorganization of states. Next we will come to option B will be the answer. Option A will be the answer. Okay. Next we will come to question number 3. Question number 3. Which of the following is not possible under Article 3? Article 3 deals with formation of states, and on formation by merging together of states and bifurcation of states can be possible. Alteration of the names of states, alteration of the boundary of the states is possible, but establishment of new states is possible under Article 2. Therefore, option is D, not possible. It is possible under Article 2, which empowers the center to establish and admit new state. For your information, Sikkim has been admitted and established as a new state under Article 2 in 1975. Okay, so Article 3 deals with five factors like bifurcation and merger, bifurcation of existing states and merger of different parts of different states, and increase in the area of states, diminish in the area of states, alteration in the name of states, alteration in names, and alteration in boundaries. So these are found in Article 3. It deals with the area of a state only, although it also deals with the names of union territories when they are merged with states. So alteration in the name of a union territory can be carried on under Article 3. Okay, but Article 2 deals with the conferment of the status of a state on a territory which is not a part of an existing state. Which of the following got a partial statehood in India? That is partial statehood. Partial statehood. The option is not there. I beg your pardon. This is incorrect. Options is there. Delhi is the state which has got union territory. Is the union territory which has got partial statehood status. As partial statehood status, please take it in note. Statehood status. So none of the article is there, none of the option is there. The only state, and by 69 Constitutional Amendment Act 1991, Delhi was renamed as NCT of Delhi. So there is no option, but remember that Delhi is the only union territory which has got the statehood status. Question number 5. Andhra Pradesh formally bifurcated by an act of parliament. It is bifurcated into two states in June 2, 2014. Exact date is June 2. Kindly take a note of this. And it was bifurcated into two states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. And they had a common high court for some time. Then Telangana retained the Hyderabad High Court, and Andhra Pradesh had its own court in 2019. And Jammu Kashmir, this is option A. Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Act came into effect. Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Act was enacted by Parliament under Article 3, and it divided the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir into two separate union territories for security reasons and cultural distinctiveness of Ladakh. So that came into effect on 31st October 2019. Along with that, Jammu Kashmir State Legislative Council was also abolished, and Article 370 was scrapped for it. And the main reason was the security of India. On the ground of security concern, the state was divided into union territory to bring it under the complete control of the central government. So that is therefore A. And it is known as Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019. And these two union territories are given Lieutenant Governor as their head, and first Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir was probably the G.C. Murmu. G.C. Murmu is the current CAG. The current CAG, isn't it? Okay, next we will come to the question number 7. Okay, so Girish Chandra Murmu, an IAS officer, and he is currently the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. He was the first Governor General of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Now it is Manoj Sinha. So that is question number 6. Question number 7. What is true about state reorganization commissions? This is the complete recommendation of the state reorganization commissions. With regard to North India, it's sought to divide the huge Hindi-speaking belt into 4 states: Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Yes. In the east, existing states will stay as they were minor adjustments. Okay, there was there Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, and your West Bengal. They remained as the same with some minor modifications. Commission rejected the demand for tribal status to be Bihar and Assam. Yes. Commission, however, rejected one language, one state formula. Yes. Although it preferred language, although it included language as a basis, but still it did not favor one language, one state formula. So more than one is correct answer over D. D will be the answer. Which of the following sentences is untrue? The provisions of the Constitution related to the states are applicable to all the states. Article 1 to 4 of the Constitution deal with Union and its territory. Article 1 clause 3 deals with the territory of India. The word state mentioned in the clause 1 also includes Union territories. Article 1 Union of States also includes Union territories. No. So first option is correct, because after reorganization of Jammu and Kashmir, now the provisions of the Constitution related are applicable to states, all states. Before 2019, the provisions of the constitutions or any acts made by Parliament were not directly applicable to the Jammu and Kashmir. They had a different constitution. They have their own constitution. They had their own flag. So they were governed under their constitution. Although the they had obligation to Indian Constitution. So now the provisions are equally applicable to all states. Article 1 to 4 deals with union, ठीक अच्छी. Article 1 clause 3 deals with territory of India, ठीक अच्छी. But the word state mentioned in Article 1 also includes union, भूल अच्छी. कारण এটা union of states only, not states. So there is only 3 are correct. B will be the answer. Got it? Now, which of the following sentences are true? Since formation of new states under Article 3 involves changing first and fourth schedule, it needs special majority in both houses of parliament. Since formation of new states under Article 3 involves changes in first schedule, fourth schedule is correct. Because when a new state is formed, first schedule is amended, the name of the state is included in first schedule, and in fourth schedule, the allocated seats for the state in Rajya Sabha is mentioned. So both the schedules are changed, no doubt. But it is done by simple majority, not by special majority. So the word special majority makes this statement wrong. So it is wrong statement. 10th constitutional amendment is enacted to transfer Beriberi Union to Pakistan. Okay. So whenever a territory is transferred from India to other country, it is not East Pakistan like there is your East Pakistan, yes, which is now presently known as Bangladesh. So 10th Constitutional Amendment Act there was a case also, Beriberi case, and the case was whether transferring any territory from India to other countries, cession CESSION, will require constitutional amendment or not, and Supreme Court held that when a territory is transferred from Indian territory to foreign territory or vice versa, there will be a Constitutional Amendment Act under Article 368. For this purpose, 10th Constitutional Amendment Act was enacted by Parliament. It is a correct statement. So only 2 is correct. Next we will come to question number 10. Consider the following statement. Parliament can increase the area of any state without the consent of state legislatures. What do you think? It is correct. Parliament can change any area of a state without the consent of the state. The consent is not binding. So that is possible. I think it is correct. Parliament can alter the name of state without the consent of the state legislature. Okay, it can be. President of India may consult the state before legislative process begins, but the opinion of the state is not binding. Yes. So all the options are correct. So option is not there. Both 1, 2 and 3. All 1, 2, 3 are correct. That is C. C will be there. All options are correct. Okay. Question number 11. Consider the following statement. Parliament is empowered to alter the boundaries of any existing state of India. A bill pertaining to the alteration of boundaries of any existing state can be introduced only in the Rajya Sabha with the prior recommendation of the President. A bill pertaining to alteration of boundaries or names of state is passed by majority present and 2/3 present and voting. Let us examine. First one is option is correct. As I told you, Parliament is empowered to alter under Article 3 of an existing state. Bill pertaining to alteration of boundaries of existing can be introduced only in Rajya Sabha. Not necessarily. It can be introduced in Lok Sabha. So that is correct. And bill pertaining to alteration of boundaries of names is passed by majority of present 2/3. No, only by majority of members present and voting. That is simple majority. Majority of members present and voting. So only one is correct. C. Only one is correct. Kindly follow it. Okay, now we'll come to question number 12. Which of the following statement is not correct? Okay, Article 1 reads India and Bharat shall be union of states. India reads India, that is Bharat shall be union of states. It is correct. It is incorrect. Article 1.3 mentions about clause 1 mentions about Article 1 clause 3 mentions about, so clause wise reference गुरा ଏବେ question ରେ ଆସୁଛି ତ ଗୋଟେ ଭଲସେ ଦେଖିବ clause ଗୁରା ସବୁ clause ଗୁରା ବହୁତ important ଅଛି ତ mention କରିବ article 1 ର clause 3 and the next option is Sikkim was admitted into union under article 3 ମୁଁ କହିଛି article 2 under ଏଇଟା ହବ तो এটা ভুল ଅଛି, the statement is incorrect, and article 1 clause 3 mentions about acquired territory. Yes, article 3 deals with territory of India, so territory of India re acquired territory of India जो term टा व्यवहार कराई in the constitution, territory of India, that covers the territory of the state, the territory of union territory and acquired territory. So obviously it comes under clause 3 subclause C, and article 1 clause 2 that the states and territories shall be specified in the schedule 1, first schedule. So article that is correct, that is correct, only 2 are correct, 2, 3 are correct. So only 2, B. Okay. Now come to question number 13. A person born in India on or after 26 January 1950 but before 1st July 1987 is a citizen of India by birth, irrespective of nationality of his or her parents. So that is correct one. And in 1987 until 1987, that was the citizenship was acquired on the basis of just solely. So on the basis of soil, because irrespective of nationality of parents. So option A is one is correct. A person born in India after 1st July 1987 is considered as a citizen of India if either of his parents, yes, is a citizen at the time of birth. Those born in India on or after 3rd December are considered citizens of India. Only both the parents are citizens of India, or one of whose parents is a citizen of India and the other parent is not an illegal migrant. This provision was added after 3rd December 2004 by amending the Citizenship Act 1955. And if one parent is Indian, will do, but the other parent should not be an illegal migrant. It means that the person should not have acquired visa by fraud means or should not have overstayed the visa period without permission. So illegal migrant is a person who acquires Indian passport by fraud means and who overstays visa period without permissions. So that is 1, 2, 3 are correct. So 1, 2, 3, D. Okay, 13 answer is D. The modes of acquisition and loss of citizenship are mentioned in. I told you that in part 2 of the Constitution there is no mention about acquisition and loss. Article 11 empowers the Parliament to make rules and regulations for acquisition and citizenship, loss of citizenship. Makes laws for acquisitions. Accordingly, Parliament enacted Citizenship Act 1955, and this act came into force in the same year, and this contains acquisition of loss of citizenship. There are about 4 schedules and 18 sections in the act originally. 4 schedules and 18 sections were there, and this act specially deals with acquisition and loss of citizenship. So answer will be C. Look at question number 15. Which of the following is correct? The merger of 2 union territories such as Daman and Dadra Nagar Haveli took place on 26 January 2020. For your information, it is correct. Dadra Nagar Haveli is located between 2 states, Maharashtra and Gujarat. Yes. 2 states of jurisdiction. Both union territories come under the jurisdiction of Bombay. Yes. Now they are unified. And the common capital is Daman. Daman is now the capital of both the union territories. For better administration and considering the smaller size of the 2 union territories, the union government decided to merge these 2 union territories, bring it under one administration for effective and proper governance of these regions. Okay, they are located in the west coast. And there's next is 1, 2, 3. So all are correct. All are correct options. Okay. Consider the following sentences and state how many of them are correct. Okay. The provisions of citizenship in part 2 are now applicable to all states and union territories. We have already discussed that. Section 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the Citizenship Act deals with acquisition. Yes. Section 3 by birth, Section 4 by descent, Section 5 by registration, Section 6 by naturalization, Section 7 by incorporation of territory. So Section 3 is birth, Section 5 is descent, Section 5 is registration, got it? And Section 7 is naturalization, 6 is naturalization, and Section 7 is incorporation of territories. Section 6A deals with the citizenship under Assam Accord, 6AB. Okay. Okay. And under Section 8, the last section of the Citizenship Act empowers the Parliament and the state legislature to make rules to carry out the purpose of this act. Yes. So they both are correct. All 3 are correct. Is that clear? Now we'll come to the other areas. Look at 17. Okay. OCI cardholder system was introduced in 2015. Cardholder system was introduced in 2015, right? It observes OCIs and PIOs. OCIs were earlier citizens of India and now they are citizens of other countries, and PIOs were the residents of India before 1947. The two persons, there are about 20 million or 26 million OCIs and Indian diaspora is there, including NRIs. So these people were granted special privileges by Government of India under OCI cardholder system provision. Persons granted OCI cardholders card enjoys equal rights and privileges of citizen of India? No, because they do not get the special provisions or rights granted to Indian citizens under Article 15, 16, 19, 29, 30. These are not available to them, although they enjoy substantial privileges in other matters. They have right to property and everything like that. So this statement is incorrect. In 2023, the NRI Day was observed at Indore. NRI Day means Pravasi Bharatiya Divasa. Pravasi Bharatiya Divasa was recommended by LM Singhvi Committee, and it was first started in 2003. It was usually held annually, but since 2015 this day has been observed biannually. So Pravati Bharatiya Divas जोटा हमें कहते PBD कहूचे, PBD was recommended by LM Singhvi Committee, LM Singhvi Committee on Diaspora, Indian Diaspora, and this committee recommended, and it was first observed in 2003 in New Delhi. Then it was held continuously on annual basis, but since 2015 it is a biennial function. And Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, the highest award given to non-resident Indians, OCH and others, is given also, but it is held, and 2023 NRI Day was observed at Indore. The next Pravasi Bharatiya Divas will be held in 2025. 2021 there was a virtual observations due to COVID-19. Okay, the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas that was held at Indore. The theme was Diaspora Reliable Partners for India's Progress in America. Yes. So for your information, I have made all the options correct except 2. So 3 is correct, 4 is correct. So only that will be answer will be only 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4 option करेंगे. 1, 3, 4 option. Yes, please make it correct. 1, 3, 4 C. Okay. 18, the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is observed on 9 January every 2 years, right? 9 January is observed as Pravasi Bharatiya Divas because on this very day in 1915, Gandhi returned to India from South Africa to commemorate this historic return of this great man. The government of India decided to observe the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas for homecoming of the things and making them home oriented. This days of synonymous with the return. Okay, and therefore it is correct, and it is observed now 2 years, every 2 years. Yes, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs organizes the celebration, not the Ministry of Culture. And since 2015 PBD made by INM, I have told you already. So this is correct, and this is correct. 1 and 3 B. Is it clear? The discussion is healthy, going on well. Okay, give your constructive comments on whenever you watch it. and make also your comments to rectify any things to bring some improvement in this class. Your suggestion is most welcome. Okay, now we come to 19. Was the PM when Aadhaar was launched? Aadhaar was launched in 2009. So obviously Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. Manmohan Singh has a tenure from 2004 to 2014. Who among the following is alone empowered to bring changes in the citizenship provisions? Alone, Parliament. Under Article 11, okay, so Parliament will be there. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha alone haboni. State legislature has list one because citizenship is a union subject. Citizenship ta hoche gote union subject. List 1 reads, list 1. Is that clear? Okay. 21. Consider the following statement. A non-resident Indian is an Indian citizen who are currently not living in India. Do you agree? Not currently living, is a citizen of India. Point it out. And Indian citizens. Non-residents are Indian citizens, but they are not currently living in India. According to Income Tax Act 1961, a person who does not stay in India at least 182 days in a finance is known as an yes. A person who lives abroad 183 days out of a year is called non-resident Indian. A person of Indian origin is who has an Indian ancestry but currently holding citizenship of any country. It may be correct also. Is that clear? So answer will be yes. C. All three. Question number 22. Which of the following is not a condition for deprivation of citizenship of India under Article 55? Deprivation has 5 clauses, five major areas or grounds under which a person can be deprived his or her Indian citizenship. Okay. So, first of all, deprivation is mentioned under section 10 of Citizenship Act 1955. And under the sections, acquisition of citizen by fraud means is a clause. Showing disloyalty to the constitution is a clause, is a ground. Unlawful trading with enemy during war is a ground. Conviction for 2 years within 5 years of naturalization is a ground. Ordinarily residing in India for 7 years either. So that 14 years is wrong. So it is incorrect. The answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4. B. Answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is all about your termination. Okay. But here 7 years residence if is not a student or anytime any student in educational institution in a foreign country or in the service of government of India or foreign international organizations which India is a member. Okay, so that is 7 years without communications. So that is wrong. B. 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. Section 8, 9, 10 deals with loss of citizenship. Section 8, 9, 10. 8 is renunciation, 10 is termination, 8 is renunciation, 9 is termination, and 10 is deprivation. Consider the following statements. The Constitution of India contains provision for acquisition and termination of citizenship. No, it is not mentioned. It is mentioned under Citizenship Act 1950. Originally, India provided for acquisition of citizenship on the basis of jus soli. Yes. India adopted citizenship on the basis of jus sanguinis, blood relationship in 1987. From July 1. A child born after July 1, 1987 should be a citizen of India if either of his or her parent is an Indian at the time of birth. That is known as jus sanguinis. Jus sanguinis means citizenship on the basis of blood relationship. Jus soli means citizenship on the basis of born in the soil. So 1, 2, 3 are correct. Look at question number 24. Consider the following statements. Citizenship Act 2019 came into force on 10 December 2020. Yes, that is correct. This act provided citizenship to 6 major religious groups from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh who came to India on or before 31st December 2014. And they were granted citizenship. It's correct. Except Muslims. They are Hindus, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains and Parsis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Period of naturalization has been reduced from 12 years to 6 years. Yes, for this act, for this particular act, for these people, this period has been reduced from 12 years, means 11 years reduced to 5 years. Muslims from the designated countries. Designated countries means here, referred countries means here Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, so that excluded under this act. That means they were not given citizenship under this act because the countries from where they were migrated are Muslim dominant countries, so they could be observed again. That means it is correct. It is correct. It is correct. All 3 are correct. A. All 3 are correct. A. Okay, now we'll come to the last questions. Today we have 25 questions only. From next onwards, a usual resident is defined for the purpose of NPR. What is NPR? Any idea? It is National Population Register. National Population Register, it records the usual residents of in a given place. Register. Usual residence is a person who is in the past 6 months who is residing in India in a place for the past 6 months and who intends to reside in that area for another 6 months. Yes. And look at the rules. NPR was first prepared in 2010. Yes. And updated in 2015. Yes. Under sub rules 4 of Rule 3 of the Citizenship Registration of Citizenship Issue National Identity Cards Rules 2003, framed under Citizenship Act 1955. The statement is completely correct. So the answer will be 1, 2, 3. Okay, NPR is estimated to get an idea or data about the usual residents in a given place and the flow of people from one place to another. So it is updated regularly at grassroots level, also block and district levels. They are updated in 2015. But there is another concept, is NRC, National Register for Citizenship. That was introduced only in Assam in 1951. Now the previous government has planned to introduce it in the whole country, but the work has not been done in this regard. The government has returned, so it may pursue its manifesto. Okay, NRC records only the citizens, and the objective of NRC is to identify the non-citizens, those who are living in India illegally without any valid documents, and therefore there will be certain official orders against them. So that is called NRC. Okay. So today's we have discussed 25 relevant questions. I think all these questions you will not find in any guidebook or any other reference book. This has been completely renovated by us for your civil service examinations, because this is specially designed for civil service examination, not only for Odisha state services but also the services conducted by the UPSC. So it's very much useful for OPSC and UPSC examination. Kindly watch our live classes free of cost and mark the difference, give your constructive comments at the respective place, and for your any further improvement in this class. I hope these classes are being useful to all of you, those who are watching. Don't forget to post your comments. Okay, so today this is all about these things. Next class I shall bring questions on fundamental rights and other things. Okay, so for till then, bid you goodbye. Wish you best of luck for your future endeavors. Thank you very much.